The rain began like a whispered truth, soft on rooftops chasing you. I stood alone where we once stood, in the shadow of we thought we could. The streets are glossed in silver streams, soaked in echoes, drowned in dreams. Each drop remembers what we knew, how I loved and lost and waited for you. Your voice still lives in parking lots, in taxi rides and coffee spots, in songs you hummed when you were shy. And I'm okay when you meant I might cry. I watched you leave with steady pace, like rain retreating from my face. You didn't slam the door, you sighed, like even silence knew you lied. But if the sky can break in blue, then I'm allowed to break for you. I'm just a storm that stayed too long, still rewriting our final song. I read old texts with trembling hands, like they were carved in foreign lands. I breathe in words that never came, while rain keeps whispering your name. You said it's not the end, just change, but endings dress in vast white rain. Yours wore denim, held no plea, and turned a home to memory. And now I stand where you once stood, wearing heartbreak like I should. If skies could speak, they'd say it true. They only cry this way for you. You left your cup on the windowsill, half full like the love I tried to fill. The rain came down, but not as fast as the way you walked out of our past. Your coat still hangs like a frozen wave, a ghost in fabric I couldn't save. Our keys are gone, but the sound remains, metal echoing with phantom chains. I didn't cry when you shut the door, I'd cried too much the week before. I only stared at your coffee ring, small brown proof of everything. Left in the rain with no umbrella, words too soaked to tell you I'd wait in every storm you made. If you just once decide to stay. I walk past strangers, feel them blur, move like water, fast and sure. But I just drift a puddle soul, with no direction, no control. windows fog, the buses moan. Even the sky seems tired alone. You took your silence like a vow, and I'm just learning how to drown. The rain can't fix what you undid, but still it falls like we once did. And if you ever walk this lane, you'll find me left in the rain.
I heard our song in a passing car. You laughed in my head like a fading star. The world moved on, but I still play the final verse you never sang that day. The chorus stuck in my throat too long, a half-said line in a silent song. I hum it now with aching grace, still searching for your second face. The bridge we built was made of thread, and now it sighs where we once said, forever's not just a pretty phrase, but time proved love can lose its place. This song forgot how to end, like letters we never sent. I loop the pain, I stretch the sound, just to feel you're still around. Taps rhythm on my skin, like the way your fingers used to begin. Not love, not quite, but close enough to leave me haunted, to call my bluff. I replay nights, I skip the day, rewrite the part where you might stay. But stories fold when no one tries, and all we left were quiet goodbyes. And so I sing what once was you, a ballad blurred in shades of blue, a song that forgot how to end, still waiting for your voice again. It started with a single cloud, a thought of you I said out loud. Then thunder cracked behind my chest, and rain came down without request. You stir like lightning in my blood, each memory a growing flood. I tried to damn you with some grace, but grief won't leave a quiet trace.
My room is loud with thoughts I dread, with what we were and what you said. I pace like waves that hit the shore, each one more cruel than the one before. Monsoon hard, no shelter near. You strike again, then disappear. No calm between, no place to hide. Just swollen skies and rising tide. The night won't stop, the storm won't pause. It rains in me without a cause. And maybe that's what love becomes, a hurricane you never outrun. So here I float in sheets of gray, hoping you might drift my way. But even storms can make you call. You were the flood and I the fall. I brace each drop like it's your hand, but you're not rain, you're just dry land. A place I begged to drown beneath, but never got beyond the reef. It rained the day I met your eyes, soft like petals from the skies. We stood beneath the crooked tree, where I first learned how love could be. You laughed with thunder in your tone, and suddenly I wasn't alone. Your hands were warm, your voice was slow. A stranger's heart I seemed to know. We shared the kind of youthful grace that leaves no lines but still leaves a trace. You gave me poems and folded notes and promises we never wrote. And though the world has moved since then, when the rain begins I'm back again. You in that coat, me with a grin, a memory I still live within. We never fought, we never broke, just drifted like the morning smoke. No last kiss, no final call. You were just gone, that's all. But still you knock in rainy songs, like shadows that know where they belong. You never stayed, you never tried, but you were loved before I cried. So if the sky still sings your name and puddles dance with softest flame, no, I don't ask for back or why, I just remember how to sigh. 'Cause first loves don't return or fade, they reign inside the life we made. And on days like this, when the clouds are true, I still fall like I first fell for you.
words I can't quite say to anyone but me today. I close the blinds and lock the door, sit with a voice I can't ignore. It's me again, the one I hide, the self I left when you arrived. She speaks in truths I tried to bend, a stranger but my oldest friend. You gave too much, she says real low. You let them leave and watch them go. I laugh a bit then bite my tongue. I hate when I know that she's not wrong. I talk to mirrors like they know all versions of the girl below. In every Rain Street face I see another ghost that once was me. You love too loud, she whispers now, and they were quiet anyhow. You stood too still, you broke too soft, you gave away what they wrote off. But still I pour the wine, sit down, let every silence wear my crown. We toast to days I still regret, and chapters I can't just forget. The rain won't judge, the walls won't tell. I sit with me and wish her well. And maybe healing looks like this, a lonely room, a gentle fist. So let it pour, let thunder come, let every version feel undone. Tonight I don't need someone else, I'm strong enough to face myself. I thought I'd filed you far away in boxes marked with yesterday. I thought I lost your name in dust, that time had drained the need, the trust. I laughed without you, loved again. I even walked in pouring rain, but something sharp broke through the gray, and there you were, like you just stayed. Your voice, it echoed in a song, a line I hadn't heard so long. Your jacket blew on someone's frame, and suddenly I said your name. You half remembered but fully felt, like summer heat that never melts. I buried you beneath my pride, but still you breathe where secrets hide. I see you when the windows fall, in morning light or city small, in coffee cups I never touch, in quiet days I feel too much. I tell myself it's nothing now, just fragments time won't quite allow. But pieces don't just fade with years, they lodge like glass beneath the tears. You're not a wound, you're not a flame, you're just a part without a name. But when it rains I feel the sting, the almost love, the almost spring. goodbyes come back too soon, like half a song or half a moon. You never said you loved me loud, just smiled beneath the quiet cloud. You held my hand when lights went dim, but never let me fully in. We danced like strangers side by side, in hallways where our truths would hide. Your eyes would flicker, start to speak, then vanish in the air, so meek. The rain became our common thread, a language for the things unsaid. We'd sit and watch the window cry, while swallowing the need to try. Quiet love can still collapse, even silence leaves a gap. And though you never said the word, your silence was the loudest heard. I whispered things you'd never hear, while drowning in your atmosphere. You gave just barely, almost kind, a half-warm heart, a tangled mind. I begged for more without a plea, believing love could set you free. But caged birds don't forget the bars, and love won't work with hidden scars. I never asked for all of you, just wanted something brave and true. But quiet love can't scream or stay, it simply folds and floats away. I saw you once on the 710, through fogged up glass, through could have been a scarf, a book, your distant gaze. I've played that moment 7 ways. You
didn't see me, not at all. Just raindrops dancing on the wall. But in my mind we shared a glance, a lifetime packed in half a chance. I wrote your story in my sleep, a history we'd never keep. Our wedding by the autumn trees, the fight, the laugh, the apology. But you were just a stranger's face, reflected in a moving space, a ghost who haunts my window pane. Or maybe love that feels like pain. Still take that train now and then, searching faces, counting women. Someone looks a little like the fantasy I built that night. You never knew you wrecked my calm, just by existing in that dawn. And I've been chasing falling skies, through empty seats and made up lies. Rain reminds me of your coat, gray and soft and full of notes. And maybe that was all you were, a passing storm, a quiet blur. I was drowning slow in days like this, with muddy thoughts and sinking bliss. The world had turned its face away and left me cold in shades of grey. The rain was thick, the roads all blurred. My voice had lost its final word, but through the blur I saw a light. Not sun, but you in gentle white. You didn't ask me why I cried, just sat near me and never lied. You said not all storms mean the end, and gave me hands that didn't bend. I found you in the flood that year, when no one else would come too near. You didn't fix the cracks I made, but gave me space where I could stay. We talk like puddles hold the truth, reflections of a broken youth. You told me pain's a kind of sign that we are real, that we survive. I don't know how you found my shore, just as I thought I'd breathe no more. But there you were, no grand display, just showing up and choosing to stay. Now when it rains I don't feel drowned, I think of how you pulled me out. And every storm feels less unknown, since you made the flood feel like home. swore had lost its light. 3 years, no word, no sign, no clue. And then, just hey, how are you? I stared, unsure if I should cry or smile at ghosts that never die. The rain outside had just begun, like fate decided you'd be the one. I typed, deleted, typed again, a war between the now and then. Do I forgive, do I pretend, or leave your words to just suspend? You left me mid-sentence in storm and fire, and now you ask if I'm doing fine. You don't get to knock when the house has burned, when lessons were lived, when pages turned. You read your message 5 times through, each word more distant, less like you. I used to bleed just for your name, but now it barely stokes the flame. And yet my heart still paused its pace at the chance to see your face. I hated how it knew your sound, how old wounds rose from underground. So no, I won't reply tonight, not out of hate or hurt or spite, but because the rain has taught me well, some storms don't get a second spell. And maybe silence is the line between your hate and my goodbye. I held the umbrella, you held my hand. Our shadows stretched across the sand. The rain began like movie scenes, soft, romantic, wet and clean. I picked the words I'd practiced long, my voice unsure but heart so strong. You smiled like you already knew, but smiles can lie like thunder too. I love you, I said, like setting free a bird that's lived inside of me. The rain paused just to hear your choice, and then you spoke with softened voice. You're sweet, you said, I wish I could. And all the air turned into wood. The umbrella never opened wide, so we both stood and watched me hide. I laughed and said it's fine, no big, while drowning in a shallow gig. You hugged me like a gentle end, not a lover, just a friend. And as you turned and walked away,
sky released the full dismay. The drops were sharp, but not as much as never feeling your return touch. I kept the umbrella closed that night, like maybe pain deserved the right to fall on skin, to stain the street, to mark where hope and heartbreak meet. Now every time the storm begins, I feel that moment on my skin. And though I've loved and lost since then, I still fear I love you in the rain.
You sat across from me, coffee gone cold, like all the warmth we used to hold. You talked of bills and weekend plans, while I stared down at our hands. We used to burn like open flame. Now silence wears your name. I ask myself, do I still care? But all I found was stagnant air. Your jokes don't echo like before. Your touch just hovers, nothing more. And yet the thought of walking out still fills my chest with fear and doubt. How can love die without a fight? How can a fire lose all its light? Why does it hurt when I don't feel? Even if I know this love's not real. I tried to cry but nothing came, just a slow dissolving kind of shame, like mourning something never lost, or paying peace at heavy cost. You looked at me like I was glass, something fragile built to pass. Are you okay? You gently said. I nodded hard, already dead. We don't scream, we don't betray, we just slowly drift away. And though I'm free, I feel the strain of walking dry through gentle rain. So this is how it really ends, not as enemies, not as friends, just two who stay too long, too still, in love with love, not each other's will. I made tea for one this time. No second cup, no borrowed rhyme. The kettle sang a softer tone, a little proud, a little alone. The sky was gray but not unkind, and something settled in my mind, that healing doesn't need applause, just quiet rooms and honest flaws. Who used to wait for an honest flaws? I used to wait for doors to knock, voices trailing down the block. Now silence is my favorite guest. She never leaves a deeper mess. I light a candle, breathing slow. I light a candle, breathing slow, and let the past be free to go. Not every scar needs to be shown. Some strength is quiet, fully grown. I play the songs I used to skip, the ones you hated bit your lip. Now they bloom inside this space, a soundtrack for my own embrace. The rain still taps its same old tune, but I don't ache beneath the moon. I found a kind of peace in pain, like flowers learning from the rain. So let it pour, I won't complain. There's beauty in a solo lane. I'm not the same, I found my way. In warm things I make, in things I say. No longer half, no longer less. No heart to chase, no need to guess. I'm whole in ways I never knew. Just me, the storm, and something true. I used to pack before the end, leave first before the cracks would bend. I thought that strength meant walking fast, not looking back at what can't last. But lately I've been standing still, letting silence have its fill. I sit in rooms I used to flee, and let the weight just sit with me. I used to run when days got long, when love felt soft or something wrong. But now I breathe through breaking light, and let small joys replace the flight. I'm learning to stay, not just survive, to root instead of just arrive, to hold the heat of doubt and rain, without escaping through the pain. I fold my clothes with quiet hands, water plants, erase old plans. I cook for one and eat it slow, and learn there's nowhere else to go. I'm not a storm, I'm not a spark, I'm something softer in the dark. And maybe peace was never far, just hiding in the who we are. So if I ache, I won't depart, I'll meet myself where endings start. And when the winds begin to sway, I won't run this time, I'll stay. woke up late, the sky was pale. No messages, no morning mail. The world was quiet, still and gray. A kind of peace I craved halfway. I didn't scroll, I didn't speak. Just watched the ceiling start to leak. With thoughts I used to share too fast, now passing through me, free at last. I made my bed, I read a page. I let the silence set the stage. The tea was hot, the socks were thick, and I forgot the need to click. No one to text, no need to talk. I took myself for one slow walk. I watched the rain without a name, and didn't ache for someone's name. I used to reach out just to feel like I was loved, like I was real. But now I know the space between can be both lonely and serene. Quiet night, and not explaining what feels right. To end a day and still be whole, just me, the dark, a steady soul. So no, I won't unlock my phone. I found a way to be alone. Not sad, not lost, not pushed away, just resting in my own okay.
I used to beg the sky to stop when rain would hit the rooftop top. It felt too much, it felt too loud, a mirror of the inner crowd. But now I let it fall and fall. It taps the glass, it soothes it all, like someone knocking just to say, I'm here, I'll stay, I won't betray. The thunder used to sound like fear, now it's the pulse I hold so near. The lightning strikes but doesn't scar, it lights the dark where soft things are. Rain's on my side, not here to break, but wash the things I can't remake. It doesn't ask, it doesn't want, it simply loves me when I'm worn. Outside with no regret, let water soak me where I'm wet. No need for cover, coat or fight, I let it hold me through the night. It doesn't talk, it doesn't flee, but somehow still it comforts me. The world may spin, the phones may ring, but I've got rain, and that means something. When people leave and dreams subside, I've still got rain right by my side. It never leaves me out of frame, it knows me best and loves the same.
let go more than I can count. Names, regrets, a love amount. I dropped some dreams along the road and left some words I should have showed. But in the quiet I can see they still exist inside of me. Not as wounds, not as flames, but softened echoes, light and names. I keep the scarf you left last fall, not for the scent, just what it saw. I keep the song we used to sing, not for you, but what it brings. I don't keep pain the way I did. I let it rest, I let it sit. I keep the lessons, not the cry, the truth beneath each last goodbye. I'm not a box of things you broke. I'm not a flame that choked on smoke. I'm every tear I chose to end, and every night I didn't bend and bend and bend. So when it rains I don't resist, I let it show me what I've missed. The me I was, the me I'll be, they all belong right here with me. I keep the parts I used to hide, the shadows that still live inside. And when I fall complete. I'm not what left, I'm what I keep.